Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Alright, so I know we'll just use that one for now. Alright, so we're going to do a mini workout, body weight only, from one of the three old faithful, some of the three old faithful movements. Alright, so we're going to warm up. We actually had this as a standalone program in one of our phases just gone by. It's really cool to do, so we're going to check in with the body as always as we're warming up, but the warm-up's going to consist of some joint movements, some light joint movements, really nice, and sort of getting some movement through the shoulders, getting some movement through the hips and the spine. Then we're going to do some sun salutations or variations of them just to open up the hips, just to again continue to check in and open up some key areas of ankle, hip, T-spine. Then we'll go into the actual session doing these three beautiful movements of a Hindu push-up, a bridge type movement, we'll do the umpas, and a Hindu squat. Okay, beautiful stuff. So let's go. I'll face you for now. You can face side on lifts. Let's get those feet under our hips. I've actually fell down my little step a little bit, twisted my knee, so I'm a little bit. I'm just gonna.
So I'm taking over.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna be careful with this. I wasn't watching what I was doing. It was only a little step, but I just twisted a little bit. Not too bad, but again, they're the sort of things that when you're a 30-year-old like me, you tend to, start to notice these things. All right. So what we're doing, I'll show you from this angle actually. First of all, so feet are under my hips and getting that balance left to right. Knees a little bit soft so I can set the pelvis, lengthen the spine, just have my arms and drop them. And that's what would happen. All right, so what I'm going to do is drop them and then swing them back up, but then drop them. All right, now what I don't want is the shoulders to roll like this, so I want to try and keep the shoulders neutral. We're trying to get a little extension here, but don't force it so anything else collapses. So again, my knees are a little bit soft, but the spine is nice and long. Now we can work our breathing as well. So if we do anatomical breathing, that means as we open, we inhale, as we close, we exhale. So now we can also add, which gets a little bit of grease into the knees, tiny little bit, but gets a little bit of rhythm through the lower body and into the upper body through here by adding that little knee dip, so it can be in through the nose, out through the mouth, but if you can, just breathe through the nose. All right, next one. We're going to pivot. Pivot. Oh, not playing today. All right, so when we pivot, it's that. So the hips are going to shift. Carefully don't twist that knee. Okay, so you might find that the foot ends up in a slight angle. So it's here to here. And as we do that, the whole trunk moves. We keep the tummy engaged, but the T-spine is going to open up. We don't force this, and we just let these arms go like so. Now I can let my eyes come with the trunk, or I can look at you. So one hand's hitting the opposite shoulder, one hand's hitting the opposite kidney, thereabouts. Okay, we're trying to relax these as much as possible. Just breathe in again, easy, in through the nose, out through the nose if you can. If you need to breathe out through the mouth, that's okay. Just these two simple movements that we've just done can be throughout the day you can do these. It's a really nice way of getting some movement in there across the whole body, even if it's only a small amount of movement through the lower body, that's okay. And the idea is to, again, always to be moving, to increase blood flow, to increase, again, maybe our breathing rate, to get these heart and lungs a little bit of work, but easy work throughout the day. We don't need to be punishing ourselves with high intensity sort of workouts constantly. Lots of easy work throughout the day, lots of movement. There's so much benefit to this. When we do this one and let the whole body move, lots of different Tai Chi waist turners, okay? Lots of different variations to it. All right, I'm going to shake a little bit here. Oh, I see my knee. I'm going to shake a little bit. It's not too bad. I can feel that maybe when I do the sun salutations and maybe the squats, I'm going to have to be careful. I'm going to throw ease into it. So I'm just bouncing from the knees and relaxing through here. All right, a few of these again. Again. So we essentially can go by feel. Just keep on like a whirling dervish. All right, let's go with our sun salutation. So again, we can make these work for us. All I'm going to do is bring my feet together. I'm going to start here. I'm going to drop them, come into that position and reach up. Really reaching. I'm going to fold forward nice and easy for my first one, so I'm bending the knees. So I can plant the fingertips to the floor and just step back. I'm going to plant that knee, I'm going to slide my back knee back, front knee's bothering me a little bit, I'm going to push my front knee forward. So I'm opening up here, I'm opening up the ankle. I can slide these fingers back as I lift the chest. So it's okay for the fingers not to be on the floor. Again, you know, those of you that know, I do a stretch very similar to this. So I'm opening up the ankle, opening up the hip, opening up the T-spine. Pulling these back. All right, I can go hands on the floor, dig the toes of the back foot into the mat. And if I need to just shift, that's okay. Push that to here in that plank position. Push it into a down dog position, try and open up that T-spine, walk the dog a little bit, open up the ankles and the feet a bit more. I'm going to come back to a knee push-up position. I'm going to lower down, corkscrew those hands, place the forehead on the ground, flatten the feet off, and then open up into that cobra. Right, rolling back down, dig the toes in, and then you can come up off the knees if you need to, and then back into the down dog position. Alright, just walk that down a little bit more, and then again step if you need to shift, and then again we can open up those hips, ankle, T-spine again, fingertips, and then we can step in. A little bit more range through the back of the hip. And softening my knees, rolling up, all the way up, back down. And then we can go to the other side. See, that knee is a little bit. And again, we can make this, if you know what you're doing with these, we can make this as challenging or a little bit more challenging as we go through. I might do another one each side. But remember, we're asking the body questions. What does it feel like today? Can we go? As I've said, with my knee being a little bit angry at me.
How did you get there? I'm still here.
That's alright. However you find me, that's okay. However you catch up, that's okay. When we do this one, we're coming into extension. Doing it nice and slow from the knees, so if you're already here, that's alright, but there should be no pain here. It's the pain clearance test. So I know especially when I'm going to be doing Hindu push-ups afterwards, I know that I can go to that extended position. If it gives you pain, you're not ready for it, so you'll listen to the modifications. Knee, other knee, it'll come good. And you can put your fingertips on if you like. Step.
How come we can start now?
Alright, I actually think that will do me. A little warm-up part, because as the workout, I'll take it as it comes. All right, so 3 exercises: Hindu push-ups, Hindu squats, umpas. So we're going to do them in a different order. Actually, we're going to do them in Hindu push-up, umpas, and then the Hindu squats. So Hindu push-ups. What we'll do for level 1. Strong hands, push, crush, corkscrew, pack the shoulders, lengthen that spine. Feet can be a little bit wider than those hands, but we're engaging into a plank, so that some of you are locked in. We push into the down dog, softening the knees, taking the chest towards those thighs, pull back to a strong plank. So in other words, if this hurts and you hurt your back before when we extend, this is a position for you to understand that you can flex the hips and come back to neutral, right, and not have to extend that lumbar spine. All right, level 2 would be down dog, up dog. See how the shoulders are pulling down and back. I'm extending through the crown of the head. Not doing this. It's a nice long nice long spine, a global extension of the spine. No pain, as I say. Level 3. We can go onto the knees. If we can take our bottom all the way back, that's a flexion pain clearance test. Again, should cause us no pain. This is where we're looking for generally. If it does, again, don't come into this position. Take it level 1. Now, what we do is we call dive through. We don't want the elbows going out, so we corkscrew these hands, and we come through like so, and then up, and then push back. It's a really lovely drill that I do most days as part of my just daily mobility and movement practice, okay? Nice to get some grease in there. Do about 100 of those.
100?
Yeah, you don't have to do them now. I'm saying do about 100 of those in your day as part of a practice. Get you nice and warm, get your breathing, get that breathing rate. It's beautiful. All right. Next level, we can go from this top position. We can, of course, if we wanted to, we could go like we did in the warm-up to the plank. We could lower like so, and then up, and then push back. So you can always piece this together to suit you. But I would suggest for our regular Hindu push-up, we go from this position, corkscrew, go under the fence, up, and push back. Alrighty? Beautifully done. Alright, with our umpas, so with Hindu squat, we've opened our hips up. Umpas, we're going to go here, like a, I'll tell you what, you face, put your feet there. Yeah, and stay on here, so we're not going to touch each other. Go this side if you might. I'll go here. So what we're going to do, there we go. Wide stance, your feet wide in the hips, so in which case the feet are going to turn out. If I push through this leg, this foot, it's going to roll me onto the opposite shoulder. and I feel a big stretch through here because my butt's engaging. And I could just touch down and pull back. Drive through the other one. Touch, pull back. If we can, to get the upper body, we reach. So now I get a stretch from about my elbow right the way through here, okay? And again on the other side. Okay. And then the Hindu squat. If we need to, we can use a chair to assist us. Proper Hindu squat, the heels do lift. Feet are under our hips. The feet are not wide, the feet are not turned out there, here. And like we did with this movement, what we essentially are doing is drawing a circle like so. We can play around with internally, externally rotating here, but if you imagine just drawing a circle with like you're turning the handle with your fists. So you're going to come back. As you do so, you're going to squat down, the heels lift. And I'm just taking nice control and you come through, okay? Now I'm watching my knee, so like you might have a knee issue at home. If lifting your heels is going to bother you, keep them down. Your Hindu squats might be this.
I thought it was that bad.
Well, you can do them, yeah, well it is. Did I do them the other way? Must have. It is. There you go, you reach back. Well done, well done. Deliberate mistake. All right, see you. No, it is a deliberate mistake because you should come through like that. That's it. I'm demonstrating that. That's it. That's it. You do it again. So there you go. The master. The student has become the master. All right. So yeah, with you might find that you have to keep your heels down and you're only moving that little distance. That's okay. You can if you want to. There's just a different variation, but. Well, it's more work for your feet, and if you lift your heels, and it'll allow a lot of people to come down. We don't want to bounce on those knees, especially if you've got pain in there, and especially if you don't want pain. But we can add that little bit of speed, but we always want to control. Okay, cool. All we're going to do, you don't need to stretch after this because these are mobility exercises. We're going to go for approximately 10 minutes, and we're going to, as a target, and we're going to try and get 10 Hindu push-ups, 10 umpas each side, 10 Hindu squats, then 8 of each, 6 of each, 4 of each, 2 of each, okay? Yeah?
Yeah, my counting back to your side.
10, 8, 6, 4, 2.
Okay.
Alright, that'll give us 30 of each. Nice little simple sesh. Alright, you ready?
Yes.
Alright, come on then, let's go. Let's get ready to rumble. There you go. Beautiful. 10 minutes. Time. Oh. So what we do in 10 minutes is completely fine. Oops. I'll do my level one first. Right, into your squats. Turn this angle. I'm going to go quite slow at first, just to get this grease into my knees. Beautiful. There you go, first round down.
I don't know.
It's okay if you're at different speed than me, so to follow along. That's alright, go for your Hindu
I
squats.
don't have any energy, so I just do
That's alright, you're moving and grooving. You miss your count, always do the extra, don't we, Liz?
Yeah, that's
Just to make
good.
sure. 8 for me.
What's the level down for me?
What are you doing? Regularly do push-ups? Do you dive through? Do that one.
Actually, I'll just do normal ones because it's 8 now. So
Okay, yeah, that's it. And you can reduce your range a little bit as you are doing. That's alright, you're doing really well. Stuck to your top. That's awesome. Look at that. You just keep it going. So the reason why I'm not reaching, because I'll grab a leg if I do. So I'm still the same reach through my hip, just driving with the foot, which rolls me to the opposite shoulder. Now I've forgotten where I'm up to. I think that was round about 8 squats. Beautiful. 6. Mind you don't stand on your fingers.
I'm taking a minute. I gotta do one more. Okay. Oh. My arms are still soft from the first time.
Pushing with the foot. So I'm only pushing with this left one, not with this one. This is really relaxed. Now I'm pushing with this one. That's what rotates. If you push with both, you just come straight up. A bit of grease in my knee and activating those feet is making my knee feel a lot better. Sometimes movement is medicine. Alright, wise man once said that. Alright.
Only 6.
4, I think, come on.
Yeah, you're on 4 and I'm on 6 of the last ones.
did you think of this before? Alright, beautiful. Controlling my breathing. Got to make sure I don't breathe in through the mouth, just through the nose. And 2. Last round.
The best round.
Beauty.
I'm up to. No, 4. I thought I was just up to 4.
I've just done 4.
Yeah, that's what I thought I've just done. Oh, I'm still going to do my squats up there.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I'm just going to do one because it's fun.
That was 9 minutes to go from 10 to 2 with those 3 exercises. Wasn't rushing. My heart rate's ticking along, chugging along nicely. We've moved. We've performed key movements. A squat, a hinge with the extension, squat being double leg, hinge being single leg, the umpa, a push, so a vertical push if you like with the negative, and a pull on the way up with the Hindu push-up. We've mobilised the hips and the T-spine, and we've strengthened the feet and the ankles, and with the warm-up we mobilise the ankles as well. Those 3 exercises you get such, and we've rotated, we've moved through 2 different planes of movement. So even in the warm-up we had rotational plane with the umpa, the rotational plane, with the push-ups and the squats, the sagittal plane. We've not done any lateral movement. All right, that's okay, you know, so get some of that in your day to day. You've done a complete, you know, movement workout. All right, now what I'm saying, we don't necessarily need to stretch after that because that is a mobility conditioning movement workout, okay? So you think you can add repetitions. That wasn't difficult for us, but in half an hour, and we've been talking, we've moved through key areas, we've warmed up, we've mobilised, we've strengthened, we've worked the heart and lungs, all in the space pretty much of a yoga mat. No excuses. The only equipment that you need is this, all right? We can always add tools. That's great, but you only need this to get started, to get going, to get in the best shape of your life, okay? No excuses. You do also need one other thing. You need something between these ears, something in here, a great mindset, okay?
I was close.
Of a no excuses mindset. No weak, no, oh, I need, I can't, I. Dump all that. You can. No, don't you? You can. We can, don't we?
Yeah.
The I can attitude. What do you always say? The I can muscle, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So guys, it's good night from me.
And it's good night from him.
Good night.
Good night.